Monster Fred here, with a top 10 recommended horror films. I present these, as always, in no real order. Let's begin. First up, Carnival of Souls. After a traumatic accident, a woman becomes drawn to a mysterious abandoned carnival. Ooh, check this one out if you're looking to get creeped out, old school style. Up next, A Nightmare on Elm Street. A group of teenagers are terrorized by Freddy Krueger, an evil being from another world who gets to his victims by entering their dreams and killing them with gloves that have knife blades attached to each finger. A true original. Nobody does it like Freddy. It follows. A young woman is followed by an unknown supernatural force after a sexual encounter. This one didn't scare me. It takes a lot to scare a monster, because you know, that's my job. Anyway, what it lacks in scares, it makes up for in giving me the creeps. Dawn of the Dead. Following an ever-growing epidemic of zombies that have risen from the dead, 2 Philadelphia SWAT team members, a traffic reporter, and his television executive girlfriend seek refuge at a secluded shopping mall. My first zombie flick. Saw this one before I saw Night of the Living Dead. Scared me when I was just a little monster. Up next, Halloween. 15 years after murdering his sister on Halloween night, Michael Myers escapes from a mental hospital and returns to the small town of Haddonfield to kill again. This is one of my favorites on the list. Scared me when I was younger, and still creeps me out to this day. Who'd have thought a William Shatner mask could be so scary? An American Werewolf in London. 2 American college students on a walking tour of Britain are attacked by a werewolf that none of the locals will admit exists. This werewolf movie still holds up today, and that transformation is one of the best these bloodshot eyes have ever seen. And I'm a monster, so I've seen my share. The Others. A woman who lives in a darkened old house with her 2 photosensitive children becomes convinced that her family home is haunted. Another personal favorite on this list. You're gonna be asking yourself what's going on nearly the whole picture. All I can say is, I didn't see it coming. Let the right one in. Oscar, an overlooked and bullied boy, finds love and revenge through Ellie, a beautiful but peculiar girl. A surprisingly good vampire flick. Instead of capes and other worn-out things the genre is known for, this one brings some new things to the table. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. A Texas Ranger hunts for a hooded serial killer terrorizing the residents of a small town. Set in 1946 Texas, loosely based on a true story. Jeez, this movie. I'll put it this way. This flick is the reason I never picked up the trombone. Anybody who's seen it knows exactly what I'm talking about. The Shining. A family heads to an isolated hotel for the winter, where an evil and spiritual presence influences the father into violence, while his psychic son sees horrific forebodings from the past and the future. Humans sure come up with some crazy stuff. Gives monsters like me ideas. Anywho, I was real young when I saw this, and I'm still a little messed up behind it, which in my line of work is a good thing, I guess. Because of this flick, I'm still not sure about Jack Nicholson to this day. This was fun. Maybe I'll make another list one day. Till then, I'll be seeing you in the abyss.